Welcome to the latest edition of Inside Carolina. I'm your host, Hannah Horn, a proud alumna of the university. As football season winds down, basketball season is heating up. In this episode, we have exclusive interviews with the coaches, so join us as we go inside Carolina. Now starting his second season as the men's basketball coach, Coach Lamont Paris knows that he is up against some really big SEC powerhouses, but he knows his team is up for the challenge. Coach Paris, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you inviting us. It's an exclusive interview inside. What is this, the film room?
It is. This is the film room, so we get a lot of work done in here. And so it's a lot of fun. We're serious at times, but I also crack some jokes in here from time to time too.
Can't be all work and no play, right?
Can't be all work and no play.
As you begin your second season here as the head coach, what are some things from last year that you are lessons learned that you're bringing now into this year?
Yeah, I think familiarity with the conference. Anytime you're changing conferences, there's oftentimes a DNA of things that play well in any particular conference. So similarly, every team has certain things that they like to do. Coaches have different styles, and then the last thing would just be personnel.
I first met you when you attended and spoke at the Charlotte Gamecock fan club recently, and you really seem to enjoy connecting with the fans. There's an energy there. What can we continue to do as fans to support you this season?
I think you hit the nail on the head with that. First of all, I love people. I love interacting with people. I think it's one of the best things that we have as human beings is the ability to communicate with each other and interact with each other. But I think the biggest thing is just continuing to show up and support these guys. These guys are worthy of it. And so I just would say show up, be loud. When you see them at the grocery store or anywhere in town, give them a go Gamecocks and whatnot. But just be around and be a real fan. Get in on the ground floor. Because we're going places, we've made a lot of improvements, we've laid a lot of foundation, and this group of fans that's here with us at the beginning, one day we'll look back and remember the fact that they were there on day one.
The team these guys are with you for a very short moment of time when you think about it. What would you hope for each of them in building not only their game, but the experience of becoming young men, becoming husbands and fathers and community leaders? What would you hope that they go on to do one day based on your influence on them?
I just would like them to impact other people's lives in a positive way and go out of their way to do that. Just being, good neighbors, good employees, reliable employees, good husbands, good fathers. And again, their parents and guardians are the ones that really have impacted that the most, but to have some small effect on that, it's a lot of responsibility, but there's a lot of pride in that as well.
Well, Coach Paris, you're already winning in that department. We will cheer you on to many more wins.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thanks so much, Coach Paris. We will be cheering on you and the team. Well, we are also excited for the women's basketball and what promises to be another winning season for Coach Dawn Staley and her team. Coach Staley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You are starting your 16th season as the head women's basketball coach. What is it about the University of South Carolina, its fans, and what is in just your fire, your belly that keeps you reaching new heights, new levels, and going for the very best?
Well, quite honestly, the community here, the administrators here, the students here, they put a lot of pressure on us to be successful because that's what they've known for the past 10 years, and that's what keeps me going, to not let them down, to always give them just prideful moments for them to cheer us on, to continue to support us, because it isn't, although we got nice buildings around here, it is the people that really keeps this university and this athletics department going.
It's a common theme among the coaches that I've been honored to interview here on Inside Carolina, that you really are growing. You're a generation of young men and women through the athletics department, and here at the University of South Carolina, it's not really in your job title, so to speak. I mean, it's to win games, but how serious do you take this winning at life?
One of our prospects brought her mom to an official visit. And at the end of the visit, it is the strong words from a parent. She said, "I give you my daughter." Like, that is pressure. I coach by those words. I live by those words because they, as parents, are entrusting us to make sure that we return their daughters better than when they drop them off. And that is my guide. Like, I always hear those words. I give you my daughter. Every parent hasn't said that, but I look at that. When they decide to come here, I say, they're giving me their daughter. So I take it to heart. Like, we take it to heart because we know that it's special to be handed someone who is as precious as a daughter. So we want to make sure that we're doing our part in it.
What can we watch for? You mentioned some new players are going to be on the court. You've got some players returning.
I would say that the headliner for us, not just because of her ability to control the paint, but also just her stature. She's 6'7". Camila Cardoso is our rock. Like, you're used to having bigs, we call them bigs, post players that really dominate, and then we just play from that person on down. But we got some incredible guard play. Raven Johnson, Tahina Pau. We got a local hero in Malaysia Fuwali, who I think is a generational talent. We have Ashlyn Watkins, another local talent who I just think the sky is the limit for this particular basketball team. We're so new. I call it expect the unexpected, because people don't expect us to have the same type of success that we've had in previous years. And I say the cupboards aren't bare. We're a very talented basketball team. Once we get that experience to match our talent, the success will come.
Just wait and see. Just wait and see, right? The fan experience is something that I know that the athletics department and the university puts a lot of work into every single game day. What does it mean to you and to your players to have all of those extras and the fans really show up and show out to support you?
I would equate this like the more people that we've had in the stands, the more successful our seasons have become. And I don't take that lightly. And that's why we don't call our fans, we call them fams, because they're a part of our family. They are a fabric of our team. We count on them just like we count on our players. Like, if they're not there, it is, we feel it. Like, when there's less than 10,000 people, we really feel it. We like, what's going on? What is competing for, this 2-hour space in which we try to give our fams something they can cheer loud. We hope that they walk out of Colonial Life Arena with no voices, but they pour into us, and that's why we've been the leaders of attendance for the past 8 or 9 years, and that, to me, is unheard of. In little old Columbia, South Carolina, we're leading the nation in attendance year in and year out.
Well, we look forward to continuing to pack those stands and cheering you on to another great season. Thanks for joining us, Coach Staley.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Coach Staley and Coach Paris, for inviting Inside Carolina to sit down and talk with you. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends, family, and fellow alumni. We'll see you next month on Inside Carolina.